Before I start anything, I actually wanted to celebrate David Zidane publicly because at some point when I started looking at the planning and everything and preparation, I was wondering if I was the host or if he was the host, because his own seemed to be more than my own. But then I saw selflessness, I saw sacrifice. And let me just mention one of them. Yesterday, that man didn't eat until around past 7 at least. And I reminded him like 10 times, that guy, you never chop, oh. He said, no problem. So can we all celebrate the man, David Zidane? Thank you so much. Also, I want to appreciate his mom. They have been taking care of me in Kaduna. they have been very wonderful. I mean, I'm like, ma, please, I don't eat much. This is okay. But my mom will still be like, you have not eaten. So please, everyone, help me celebrate one. Pastor Gospel, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for helping us shape majesty. And then, Uncle Ime, it was awesome meeting you yesterday, sir. The short conversation we had made me realize that the young ones around you are safe. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving young ones like myself and many others the opportunity to fly. Thank you so much, sir. Can everyone please celebrate it? Awesome. So let's go to the business of the day, right? Can you also celebrate yourself? For being here, celebrate yourself. Awesome. Amazing. So, wisdom invasion, Kaduna. Like I already shared a bit of my story, you know, how I made my first million, how the Kodulonia came to be. There's one primary force I have found on the earth that makes for extraordinary results. I found out that the men who do mighty things on the earth, they have a number of things, but one of them that stands out is wisdom. There's a direct correlation between wisdom and mighty works. And so maybe, before I say this thing I'm about to say, some of you will get angry at me. Please just listen to the end. Let's be friends till the end. But what I'm going to say will annoy some of us. I've given you a warning. So there's a direct relation between wisdom and mighty works. And so maybe the reason why you've not started doing mighty works is because you lack wisdom or you are low on it. Maybe the reason why you do your best. I also do my best for a living, so I understand. You do your best, yet the results are not commensurate with your efforts, in quotes, is because there is a gap that only wisdom can fill. And so it's to help towards filling this gap that we have come here today. I mean, at some point I was thinking, why should we spend this much on coming to Kaduna when we can just, probably do a virtual event that won't cost much? I mean, there's the flights, there's the getting refreshment, there's the purchasing some things here. I'm like, we won't need all this if we did virtual. But then one thing I've realized is that to To be blessed requires you being a blessing, and it sometimes requires sacrifices. If you live a life of no sacrifice, you are intentionally living a life of no greatness. If you live a life of low sacrifice, you are already living a life of low greatness. Men who we call great are men of great sacrifices, and many of them you will not know. Some of them you won't know even after they are dead. But great men are made by sacrifices, and it's the understanding that I am blessed to be a blessing that pushed us to come here. My anchors, please let me know once it's like 30 minutes to the end, so I don't get lost. So I decided to prepare notes, because if I only allow myself speak from my heart, we'll get lost and forget time. So let me guide my thoughts. So if you want to give today a topic, it is the wisdom that builds kings, systems, and generations. The wisdom that builds kings, systems, and generations. See, when we talk wisdom, we are not just talking intellect, though intellect is a part of it. We're not just talking knowledge, though knowledge is a vital part of it. Wisdom, when truly broken down, you realize it is insight from above that makes you rule on the earth. I'm going to preempt myself and say something now. Wisdom is tied to mighty works. Wisdom is tied to results. If you claim to be wise but there's no commensurate results, you are not wise yet. Because wisdom is justified of our children. What she births forth is what determines if it is truly wisdom. So wisdom is insight from above that helps you rule below, that is here on earth. Another definition of wisdom is the invincible technology behind visible transformation. Again, I'm preempting myself, but I was doing a study and I realized that even God of all the earth, at the beginning of creation, said he had wisdom by his side so that he can create. So the code of creation of the heavens, the earth, and everything you can think of was by wisdom. So you can't claim to be a builder, you can't claim to be a creator. I dare say you can't even claim to be a child or offspring of God and neglect wisdom. It will be more or less behaving like a bastard. So wisdom is the invincible technology behind visible transformation. What happens when chaos is going on is that wise people, they are looking at chaos, but what they are seeing is codes, things that can be pieced together to become a beautiful story, a beautiful product, a beautiful service. It's wisdom that makes you correlate events that look unrelated and it will make sense. It is by wisdom that kings rise. It is by wisdom that princes rule and reign. And like I've shown, I'm a believer. So if in fact Godilonian, there's no way I want to express myself and I won't mention God. I'll first have to change the name of the whole system before I can be able to remove God from it. I checked and I saw that wisdom is how princes rule and reign. That if a prince lacks wisdom, people suffer, even if somehow he gets to the position. And it was also in that same scriptures I realized that I have been made a king and priest. So even if I don't have a earthly royal background, I have an heavenly royal background. I'm a royal priesthood. There is royalty in my blood. It's in my DNA. It is by wisdom that kings rise, and it is when a man lacks wisdom that his destiny collapses. This conversation, like David was saying, is not a motivational one. Yes, sometimes we motivate people, but I'm not here to motivate you sincerely. This talk is not a motivational conversation. It is that I want to bring us, including myself, into the circumference of one of the most potent forces on the earth called wisdom. I know we use it for wisdom, but there's a way you can relate with the spirit of wisdom and you realize it's a being. And that's why Solomon, every time he wanted to write about wisdom, he would say she. You realize there's a living nature of wisdom. It is by this same system of wisdom that Jesus, the man Jesus, at the age of 12, he stood before teachers of the law, mighty men, and at age 12, the words that were proceeding from his lips were confounding them. It was amazing. It was astonishing to them. So I'm here to also tell you that your age is not a factor here. Forget the beards. When some of you hear my age, you may feel like, how? But wisdom is not about age. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, seek it. It's not a mere conversation. That Solomon said, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all thy getting, get understanding. It didn't just feel like wasting words. It didn't feel like, let me just hype what I have and say, wisdom is the principal thing. It is the principal thing. There's so many things you realize that you are missing out of. When you have one thing I found is people who are foolish don't know they are foolish until they encounter wisdom and then realize, I'm foolish. While they were in that foolishness, they felt on top of the world. But it is wisdom that comes to show you. When a man begins to realize, no, I'm foolish, that man has begun to encounter wisdom. That's the initial stage. So it but truthfully, you don't have time. Because even though people say I'm young for the things I'm doing, I look at my life and I always wish I started earlier. Awesome. But I always wish I started earlier. There is no time. You are not too young. It was the same secret of wisdom that Solomon deployed, and without ever fighting a battle, he ruled a people. He owned nations. Nations came to bow down to him. Why? Because he had wisdom. This thing called wisdom. It was in this story of Solomon that I realized that one of the ways you know a man has wisdom is that his battles reduce. There are unnecessary battles you are fighting because you lack wisdom. There are battles that are not worth fighting. So Solomon didn't have to fight unnecessary battles because he had a wisdom. Like I was saying, I've realized that a lot of us want to use physical force. We want to use power to always do everything. But there are certain situations that just require you to use wisdom. It was written about David that when he entered the house of Saul, he behaved himself wisely. Note, he had been anointed king. He had been chosen, called king. Or he entered the palace and still decided to be humble and behave himself wisely, so that there will be no unnecessary. Imagine if he entered that palace and went to tell Saul, I'm coming for your throne. He won't live to see that throne. There are unnecessary battles that lack of wisdom will bring you into. It was wisdom, the mindset of wisdom, that Daniel used, and he reigned in 4 governments. So a king or an emperor came, died, second one came, died, third one came, died, fourth one, and he did not lose relevance in any of the 4. That was wisdom. It was a mindset of wisdom that Daniel used to outlive 4 governments. Wisdom was also the strategy that the man Joseph used to own the economy of Egypt, yet he didn't have a physical throne. He was not the king of Egypt, but he owned the economy of Egypt. He determined what their economy was. And it might look far because there's this tendency to believe that those are historical times. But there was a video I saw. How many of us know the late Dr. Miles Monroe? Amazing. Awesome. I watched a video of him having a conversation with the lawmakers of a certain country. I'm not sure if it was his nation, the Bahamas. And he was telling them that if you put a law that contradicts the laws of God, firstly, I will warn you. You don't know the weight of that statement. You are talking to a lawmaker that if you make law that is not consistent with my God's laws, I will warn you. But that was not the end of it. He said, if you refuse to heed warning, I will impeach you. That was a man talking to a system. And he couldn't be denied one of the major reasons, because he had wisdom. And like I was saying before, most importantly, wisdom is the code behind creation. God, the mighty one, the Holy One of Israel, God of all the earth, when he wanted to create, said, wisdom, let's do this. Now, if he did like that, how much more you? Maybe you call yourself a builder, maybe you call yourself a creator, maybe you call yourself an innovator. How do you intend to build something lasting without wisdom? You can't even accurately be an offspring of God without wisdom, because you will misrepresent him. So all this I've said so far is just to show you the need for wisdom. In case someone is like, what's wisdom? Give me money. Wisdom brings wealth. Wisdom, one of the profits or benefit of wisdom is that it gives you access to something called durable riches. So that's all on the need for wisdom. So now, what exactly is wisdom? What's this vague thing that they've always called wisdom? One of the superficial definitions I can give to wisdom is that wisdom is knowing what to do by light and doing it with precision. Wisdom is knowing what to do by light and doing it with precision. Wisdom is spiritual intelligence expressed in strategic action. Scriptures said about a poor wise man. Okay. Wisdom is spiritual intelligence expressed in strategic action. Wisdom is divine intelligence or spiritual intelligence expressed in strategic action. So it's also possible that you actually are loaded with wisdom, but you are not utilizing it. That's where the poor wise man comes into play, and you realize by his wisdom he saved the city, but by his wisdom he didn't make himself rich and his voice was despised. He didn't lack wisdom, it's that he did not utilize it as regards his finances. There are some of us in those shoes. It's not that you lack wisdom, it's that you don't know how to use it. Awesome. So the seat of wisdom is your mind. Yes, the seat of wisdom is your mind. Like we said before, you can limit the God of all the earth by your mind, because it was written that as far as your eyes can see, that will be given unto you. As far as your eyes can see, God has limitless power, but as far as your eyes can see. That's why we have to talk about the mind, because that's where wisdom sits. Now, true, wisdom sits on the mind, but the mind is a receiver in these matters. When it comes to the matter of wisdom, the mind is a receiver. It's not a generator, as it were, it's a receiver. So I looked at Solomon clearly, And I realized that what Solomon had was not necessarily wisdom. What he had was a wise and understanding heart. And it was because he had a wise and understanding heart that he could connect directly to divine intelligence and supply it when it is needed. If you ask him before that time, he may not know it. And majority of people have that issue with me. They're asking me, how do we go about this? I say, I don't know. Only for them to see me later solving it. And they're like, how? I can't fully explain to you how. I just realized I'm doing it. So it wasn't necessarily just because of his knowledge. No, he was versatile in knowledge. But his wisdom was based on an heart or a heart that could stream from heaven. There's a conversation I was having with those that were present for an hangout we had in Lagos, and it is that the way you're supposed to go into business or service is that you download a wisdom, you package it into a product or service if you are a businessman, because there are things the earth has never seen. You think we know all the colors? Just be alive. You think we have unlocked all the sounds possible? Just be alive. It is wisdom that is profitable to direct. So it shows two major things. Number one, it is profitable. Wisdom brings you profit. Number two, you don't lack direction with wisdom. That's why it's very important that you must have a wise and understanding heart. A heart that can stream directly from God and solve problems on the earth. So wisdom doesn't start in the mind. It starts in the spirit, and then you download it to execute it. Once again, I emphasize, if wisdom ends in your mind, in your head, in your brain, in your spirit, you have wasted it. Because wisdom ends in mighty works. There must be execution. So now, for those of us who love mathematics, I wrote an equation of sorts. So wisdom is equals to insight plus accuracy plus timing. Wisdom is equals to insight plus accuracy plus timing. Insight, accuracy, timing is equals to wisdom. That shows you that if you have the insight but you lack accuracy, you lack timing, it is still not wisdom. It's not complete. It's lopsided wisdom. So there is insight, but there's also ability to accurately carry out the insight, and then there is timing. Because for everything under the sun, there is a time, there is a season. Now, like I was saying, it was written about the man Jesus at one point that he spoke, and people who had known him from childhood, they were like, is this not the son of the carpenter? Where did this wisdom and these mighty works come from? So I'm saying that people who have known you all your life, they will be shocked. And what will come out of your life by wisdom? what makes wisdom recognizable is not titles, it is results. Wisdom is justified of our children. Wisdom is determined in the results that it births. So it's the results of your wisdom that will make us know you are wise, not just that you are telling us you are wise. Now, briefly, let me touch on the 7 pillars of wisdom. The 7 pillars of wisdom. Number 1. In fact, the first 2, I'm going to categorize them under another one, but let me first mention them. The first one is discovery. In fact, you know what? Let me give you the 7, then we'll explain it. First one is discovery. Second one is identity. Third one is tenacity. Discovery, identity, tenacity. The fourth one is versatility. Basically, you being versatile, you being wide. Versatility. The fifth one is structure. The sixth one is restraint. And the seventh one is timing. So discovery, identity, tenacity, versatility, structure, restraint, and timing. So starting with, okay, I said discovery and identity. Those are the first 2, yes? Those are the first 2, right? Discovery, identity. We put them under revelation. You can just, connect both of them and put revelation in front for those who are taking notes. And you'll understand why in a bit. So discovery. Discovery is discovering what is within you. What is your gift? What is your calling? What are your potentials? It starts there. Because if you do not know what you have, how can you use it? I don't know if it has happened to anyone that your phone is in your hand, but you are looking for your phone. Because you've not discovered that the phone is in your hand. Your hand is touching it too, but you have not discovered that it's in your hand. So you can't even use it. It is discovering what you were gifted with, or what your assignment is, what your calling is. What are you capable of? Especially as intended by God. See, there was a point in my life where I genuinely felt like I had no talent. I remember having a conversation with one of my friends that we graduated together, and we were lamenting. It was like, some people can play football, some people can dance, some people can sing, but what do we have? And I agreed that what exactly do we have? So I was feeling talentless until firstly salvation happened to me. Then I started realizing that I have words. I started realizing that I had words. That words were my gift. And the way I realized that at first was that people were older than me were coming to me for counsels. That means someone who is twice my age. They're coming to me for counsel. I'm like, deep down in my I tell like, but I'm not supposed to come with you. But I prefer what I know, and strangely, it works. So it was then I started realizing, okay, you have a gift of words that even though it wasn't conventional, still didn't make it untrue. Discovery. The second one is identity. Who are you? Who are you? That is the major question of identity. Who are you? And I will add, according to God's mind about you, who are you? Because it is one thing to discover, it's another thing to begin to identify with what you've discovered. Because if you don't abide by what you've discovered, it cannot bear fruit. If you refuse to abide by your gift, by your calling, there is no way you'll make results out of it. Now, like I said, discovery, identity. We could have a whole conversation of identity, so let me just cut it short. Both of them can be put under revelation. Your level of insight about yourself, about life, about God is what determines your ceiling in life. What has been revealed to you is what distinguishes you. So we can have someone say that giving is key to prosperity, which is true, very true. But another person, don't let me use but, and another person will say there is a wisdom to giving, otherwise your giving will lead to penury. Both of them are correct. It is now wisdom that helps you balance those truths. So it's your level of insight that determines what is your height in life, what your ceiling will be in God. Are we still with me? Are we still with me? I've not even gotten to the part we should be fighting yet though. I found out that there are three ways by which we gain information. There are three ways by which information comes to man. Number one is academics. And academics is basically what man teaches you. So what I'm doing now is actually academics. And funny how this is the lowest one on the ladder. It's very important though, it's vital, but it is still the lowest one on the ladder. The second level is education. Academics is what man teaches you. Education is what you teach yourself. So it was written about the Bereans that when this mighty apostle was done speaking, they will go back to study. Not that they doubt his calling, no, but they want accuracy for themselves. So one of the ways by which you can transform academics to education is by studying. You can have a whole conference on studying. Study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needs not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Study shows approval before God. So that means even God doesn't approve a man that hasn't studied. So academics, education. Then the third one is revelation. And this is basically what a spirit teaches you. And for this context, this is what God teaches you. And this is the highest form of living. It's the highest way to get information. Yes, let men teach you. Yes, educate yourself, study. But there is only a level, there's a level of results you cannot have, because who is giving you information also determines how far that information can help you. So when a spirit that is limitless gives you information, it's going to be according to his capacity. But if as a man I give you knowledge, it is at best going to be at my capacity. Revelation. And this is really what distinguishes men. And then you say, oh, what about atheists? Read history well. You hear them say, I just had this idea, I just had this insight. Do you think the idea or the insights was just mental cooking? Someone made the atomic bomb, and his statement when it was made is that I am now become death, the destroyer of worlds rather. You realize that even though he didn't necessarily acknowledge a spirit, he just said, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. There was an inspiration whether you like it or not. So it is only wise that you choose now the spirits that will guide you. That's the only power you have. Awesome. Let me move on. The third one, we've spoken on discovery and identity, which is under revelation. Third one now is tenacity. I'll be a bit fast here. There are words you already or are familiar with. Tenacity is defined as holding fast. Holding fast, sticking stiffly. Tenacity is holding fast, sticking stiffly. Tenacity is uncompromised commitment. If you cannot be uncompromisingly consistent, yes, unwaveringly committed to your assignment or to your discovery or what has been revealed to you, you will not bat results out of it. Oh, now I remember. One of the ways by which you can translate academics or education to revelation is something called meditation. I'm not trying to rhyme. I don't know why it's rhyming. Academics and education, one way to translate them to revelation is by meditation. And meditation, to break it simply, is focusing with your thoughts, with your speech on a subject matter, with your imagination on a subject matter, till you begin to see it differently. If I start talking about meditation, we'll go far again. So just take that. So if you can't be unwaveringly committed to your discovery or what has been revealed to you, you have no guarantee of accomplishment. You cannot accomplish it if you are someone that gives up every time things go wrong. You can never make it if you give up every time something goes wrong, because you will be on the best path for you, on the right path for you, and things will still go wrong. There's something I will say later that would emphasize that. Now the fourth one, right? So what are the first three again? Remind me. Awesome. Okay. So the fourth one now is versatility. Versatility. This is to possess the ability to turn freely. Is to possess the ability to turn freely. That is many-sided ability, or something that is capable of many uses. Versatility is one of the pillars of wisdom. I don't know if you've met many wise men, but you realize something about them. They can do one thing or something very well, but there are still other things they can do. So they know everything about something, but they seem to also know something about everything. Versatility. And versatility doesn't just happen. Number one, you read wide. You study wide. So versatility involves planning. It involves you getting all the facts. It involves you reasoning your way to the top. Because I realized that one problem a majority of us have is that we seem to think that once salvation happens, you no longer need your intellect. I mean, I've encountered a lot of people that I'm tempted to ask, okay, show me your thought process behind this thing, because I can't see how a sane human being can arrive at this end. So please guide me through it. Reasoning. Proverbs 24 verses 3 to 4, the Living Bible translation. I will read it from here. It says, any enterprise is built by wise planning. Any enterprise is built by wise planning, becomes strong through common sense. And like David was saying, common sense is not common. Don't assume everyone has it. Becomes strong through common sense and profits wonderfully by keeping abreast of the facts. So any enterprise is built by wise planning, becomes strong through common sense, and profits wonderfully by keeping abreast of the fact. So once again, your mind is important in this matter. That's why when God wanted to promise you, he said, you have the mind of Christ. One, he said, I've not given you spirit of fear, but of love, of power, of a sound mind. A sound mind. So if your mind was not needed, why would he give you a sound mind? And that brings me to the point that those who have accepted the God life are supposed to be the best. I don't care the language you want to use for it. They are supposed to be the best. Yes, time will happen, process will happen, but they are supposed to be the best because it is in their DNA. I was invited to a conference, and there were speakers there that their years of business, like the years of experience they had in business alone, not their age, their business experience alone was more than my age. And they were called to speak. I was called to speak alongside them. And they now set me up to be the last speaker. And if you are conversant with speaking, the pressure is on two people, the first and the last. So here was I, innocent in my doings. I mean, I started listening to them and I had prepared notes. I was not thinking, no, like change this thing. But somehow I overcame the temptation of changing it, and I went there, shared. And at some point I was hearing rules asked from the audience, so I was feeling like these people just feel like gassing me, so it won't be like you're not saying something. Okay, no wala, let me just be done and go. But by the time I was done, it was a standing ovation. The speakers and everyone stood up to clap. One of the speakers said, "We needed that." And I started thinking, what do you mean you needed that? Your business here is older than me. What do you mean you needed that? Well, it's because I'm versatile. It's by the operation of wisdom. That you confound people who have gone ahead of you. They are like, is it not this guy from Ibadan, your state? Where is this wisdom from? That is supposed to be the statement about you, whichever field you find yourself. Your mind, your ability to reason is very much important in this wisdom matter, in your life and to God. Number 5, structure. Number 5, structure. Wisdom does not just create moments. Wisdom builds systems. Wisdom does not just create moments, it builds systems. Now, normally I'm not a person that likes structure. I'm a kind of person that I have an idea, I want us to execute it sharp. Let's try it first. In the initial stages of Kaduna Wisdom Invasion, one of my team members, I told her that, okay, I'm sensing, or we are sensed that we need to go to Kaduna. And she was like, go and pray, sir. Because they were thinking of the structure that would need to be put in place. But, well, here we are. There was a point in time when that was early 2021, I ventured fully into something we call airdrops in the crypto space. Now, number one thing, I didn't have people I could necessarily look forward to, like role models or people that I had seen doing this thing, but I know I was instructed to do it. So I now decided to create a group around it. So there were times I wanted to give up, but anytime I remember this group of people, it encourages me to start. That instruction has been created into structure, and now it forces me to abide. Some of us here, we have wonderful ideas, wonderful revelations, wonderful instructions, but there's no structure or system around it. And let me tell you something very powerful. See, every personal or social revolution is traceable to a particular insight or a strange idea. Everything that people call new on the earth is tied to a peculiar insight or a strange idea called a revelation. Now, there might have been someone who has done wisdom invasion, but I actually searched and I didn't necessarily find, or has anyone heard of a wisdom invasion? What I hear most is apostolic invasion, etc. So when the idea came to me, I was like, bro, what's in with this one? But it is like that strange ideas come to you, and they are responsible for your personal revolution or revolution in others, which we call social revolution. So truly, we live in a world that is ruled by ideas. You are the mercy of the level of ideas that you can generate. It is profound and profitable ideas that makes kings on the earth. And this is just one of the offshoots of wisdom. So far we've covered 5. Please help me with the 5 again. Number 1, discovery. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, amazing. Number 6, restraint. Restraint is a pillar of wisdom. Restraint is a pillar of wisdom. And to explain it, I would say that the wise are not driven just by impulse. They are driven by intention. Thank you. They are driven by intention. Wise people don't just talk because they have to talk. There's an intention behind their speech, behind their actions. And it is written that even a fool, when he is silent, is assumed to be wise. That's what Twitter people don't know. You saw you fine girl until you spoke. My brother, it is well. So that you are, handsome guy, cool-headed, and you now decided to speak. There's someone coming to mind, but again, we're on air. I'm not going to talk. And that person spoke. And everyone was shocked that this much dust from one man. Restraint. If only he restrained himself in that moment, we would still be assuming he is wise. So number 7, timing. Please, can we welcome Daddy? Can we welcome? Please, let's clap. You're welcome, sir. Let him sit beside his wife. You're welcome, sir. Timing, number 7. Wisdom moves when it is time, not when it is convenient. Coming to Kaduna was not convenient. I'm going to tell you the truth. It wasn't. It's only my team that I can't even narrate it well. It's my team that allowed them narrate with you. Or let David narrate it to you. It wasn't easy, but wisdom realizes that I move when it is time, not just when it's a right thing to do, or not just when it is convenient. Because if you do the right thing at the wrong time, you will be accurate, but you will fail with accuracy. You'll be an accurate failure if you do things outside of your time. There is something that is written. It says, if the axe is dull and its edge is unsharpened, you need more strength for it. But when you have skill, when you have wisdom, it brings success cheaply. Timing is an important pillar and factor of wisdom. Now, moving on from pillars of wisdom, we're going to briefly touch on 5 signs that you're operating in wisdom. And pardon me if it looks like your current life is opposite of that. We are a work in progress. Number 1 thing is you think in systems, not just events. You think in systems. Another word for systems is the bigger picture of events, not just in singular events themselves. Events, especially when they are bad, when you are wise, they don't move you, they don't phase you, because you realize that. Now I'm going to say something. I'm not I've shared it very, very few times. I've not shared it in a lot of places. Is that you realize that the height of pessimism is the beginning of optimism. The height of pessimism is the beginning of optimism. What I mean by that is that what makes a man truly optimistic is not the delusion that only good things will happen to him. He realizes that bad things can happen, but all things work together for my good. That is optimism. And it was displayed well in the 3 blue boys when they were about to be thrown in the fire. They were not just thinking about the burning, they were thinking about the system called God they were standing for. Bowing is nothing. But that was just an event. The system they were representing was going to be misrepresented. So they said, and they now said that our God can deliver us optimism, the optimism we're familiar with. But even if it doesn't deliver us, we will still not bow. They realize we can bow, but we will not bow. So number 1, you think in terms of systems and not just events. Number 2, you invest more in understanding than in reacting. You are more interested in understanding. For example, like I said, I see someone and instead of just directly calling them foolish, I first ask, what's the thought process that brought you here? Maybe I'm the one not understanding you. But after the thought process is done and dusted sometime, you realize it was truly dust. And I'm like, how? So you invest more in understanding than just reacting. And that's one thing we believers do well. We know how to react. A response for everything. Number 3, you're no longer addicted to public applause. You're no longer addicted to public applause. Now you are more focused on private alignment. That in private you are where you are supposed to be. Not that people are clapping for you. Not the compliment. Not the, oh, you changed my life, you transformed my life, very beautiful, make impact. But that is not what you are chasing. You are more focused that let me be aligned in private. The public applause will come. But that is not my focus. That's the 3rd one. The 4th one is You are legacy minded. So now it's not just about you. It's not just about your family. It's not just about people close to you. You're not thinking in terms of generations. That's one very vital sign of wisdom. And this is one I saw evidently played in Bukunmi. He does things not just because it's convenient or is right, but because there is a generation coming after him. He basically lives for them. In the short conversation we had yesterday. So you build legacy actively into almost anything you are doing, if not everything. You are thinking beyond just you. Number 5, you are strategic with relationships. So you conserve and waste no energy. This one is key because it can make you an enemy of people who are called friends. But then when I'm trying to have a conversation that's, let's imagine, wisdom or finances, and the only thing you want to talk about is clubbing, we are not matching. I'm not saying your lifestyle is bad, even though it's bad, but I'm not saying your lifestyle is bad. I ain't judging. I listen, I don't judge. But I cannot waste my energy on that. There's a work to be done. There's an assignment to be fulfilled. There are people that will wallow in darkness if I don't arise as the light of the world I was intended to be. There's a generation that will waste if I don't rise. And you know the beautiful thing is, it says you are the light of the world, and funny thing is it refers to all of us. So I am the light of the world, you are the light of the world. So what it means is there's a word attached to your light that will not see light until you rise. So when you're thinking, but there are people already doing this business, there are people who are already public speakers, it's a wide space, why should I be there? There are people that will not see light until they see you. And like something I'm beginning to be known for. Number 1, if you refuse to shine your light. Number 1 is that people will curse you. It's in Proverbs, I didn't say it. He say if you have a commodity in your house and you refuse to sell it, he didn't even say give it out for free. He says sell it. If you refuse to sell it, people will curse you. That's one. That one is still bearable. You can hide under God, hide under the covenant. Amazing. Number 2 is that God himself will judge you for being wicked. So if you are not shining your light, your uniqueness, you are not sharing it with the world that you were sent to, you are a wicked soul. I said it. And people will curse you, God will judge you. Scriptures found. Also, so wisdom makes you calm. This is just an afterthought. Wisdom makes you calm in crisis. So when crisis is happening, others are agitated. But you realize there's always a way out. I just need to find it. There's always a way out. It makes you calm in crisis. It makes you calculated in chaos. and it makes you commanding in conflict. Wisdom wins more wars than power ever will. Wisdom wins more wars than power ever will. So quickly, some pathways to access this level of wisdom I speak of. Number one, please don't listen religiously. Please. Number one, the word as the blueprint. So studying the word not as a religious activity, but as insight into divine patterns, as a personal development plan. Take studying the Bible as a personal development plan. See, we can advise you to think big, dream big, till your head explodes, yet it will not scratch the surface of the thoughts of God concerning you. So that's why we are saying, shape your thoughts instead to his thoughts, not just be thinking big, dreaming big, and your forehead is increasing, but no results. So studying the word, not because it's a religious obligation, but because you want to live the highest version of your life. There's no one that can think bigger for you than God. There's no thoughts that can pass his thoughts for you. Number two, pathways to access this level of wisdom is observation. And this is basically studying of patterns. So you have the word of God as the blueprint, as the foundation. But then you now employ your senses and begin to observe. More than 60% of what I know, I actually learned by observation. There's a mentor of mine who is also my spiritual mother. I remember the first time she was having a birthday, and I connected to the birthday on Zoom, and everyone was talking about her. You know, they were recognizing those who were online on Zoom, and I felt like, they mentioned my name, and only she recognized the name. I was like, oh, Bukunmi. I saw that I wasn't recognized by anyone there. All right. But I wanted to be a part of that family, but I didn't want to go as just someone. I wanted to bring a level of value one way or the other in service or something to this person and not just enter their life. Well, 1 year down the line, we will be in, is it 1 year? Let's say 1 year. 1 year down the line, we were at their place, that family, that community. And you know, when you come close to people, that you realize that you can't actually live with them. They are good friends, but you can't live with them. So that was the realization that happened. And they basically offended terribly, or we offended her terribly. Let me not remove myself. But it now got to a point they wanted to communicate to her. These people that had been there before me, that I saw on that Zoom meeting that were recognized, were now pushing me to go and meet her. Because they could see the most likeness. And that happened because I don't just listen to her words, I observe how she behaves. Observation, studying of patterns. It will make you wise. So the wise don't just look, we observe systems. Number 3, mentorship. I just touched on that. Mentorship shortens your journey. Mentorship shortens your journey. Access to wisdom compresses time. There are things I will not know about myself. There are things I will not be doing today, if not because this woman, like I just called my mentor, pushed me, stretched me. Can we just celebrate? Let me mention her name. Rejoice Azuka Woseba and her husband Rocky Judah Woseba. Can we please celebrate them? I'm a product of mentorship. It shortens your journey. That's all I'm going to say on that. Number 4. Consecration gives clarity. Again, don't just think religiously. So let me try to explain consecration. Lord of Jesus. Consecration is you sticking with the dictates and the commandments of God as personally tailored to you. So we've spoken about you discovering. There are things that you've discovered and identified about yourself, and it automatically influences the things you can do and the things you can't do. It's not necessarily a religious matter. It's a wise thing. So consecration, when you are consistent with what helps your path, the dictates of your path, when your spirit, your soul and body is clean, your signals are clearer, your mind is able to receive clearer. Consecration, it gives clarity. Then the 5th one is strategic solitude. Strategic solitude. Noise is a killer of details. When you are always talking, you won't have time to observe. When your mind is always noisy, how do you even want to download divine intelligence? How? So that's why some people who seem to hear clearly will tell you that there are some things they don't watch. I know someone who even goes as far as not watching a television. Doesn't have one, will never have one, doesn't care what you do with one. Because he wants his mind clear. He wants that noise subdued. Silence sharpens wisdom, or at least assumes it. You cannot download divine intelligence in a distracted environment. And this environment is not just talking about your surroundings. You can be in the noisiest place, but if your soul is calm, you will still download things. You will still receive things into your mind. Like I said, your mind is a receiver, not necessarily a manufacturer. So there are times when I just get tired of the social media space and I'll just disappear for a while. And remember one of those times I came back, Her Majesty was like, man of the people, no send people again. I was like, it is what it is. Says a man separating himself in the meadows with wisdom. Strategic solitude. You can't always be around people. Let me tell you a key thing here. What you spend your time and attention with the most determines how your life will look. If you spend time with people, their ideologies, their philosophy, their beliefs will begin to shape you. The conversations will begin to change you. If the people are what you spend your most time with, like, you don't know how to be alone, you don't know how to be alone with God. Thank you. You don't know how to be alone, you don't know how to be alone with God. There's a level of insights you can't have because your soul will be noisy from people's opinions. You must learn to spend time alone with yourself and with God. Strategic solitude. Now, coming towards the end. Wisdom for building anything from nothing. Wisdom for building anything from nothing. It was written in the beginning. So God didn't necessarily have raw materials. And I think it's a good time to tell you that I'm currently writing a book. I'm supposed to hold Majesty by the neck, but I will pardon him. I'm currently writing a book, Building. Is it Building from Nothing that is the title? Yeah. Building from Nothing. And it basically outlines the principles God used for creation and how you can replicate them. Should be out soon. My editor, if she's listening, will come for my neck too. But no wala. So God had no raw material, yet he built a reality. And he did it by wisdom. Jesus, the man, turned water into wine. Joseph, dreams, turned it into dominion. Daniel turned vision into influence. It is by wisdom that you turn the light, the knowledge, the information you have into leverage that makes you stand out in life. There are 4 things people that build by wisdom do. So we'll call them wisdom builders. Wisdom builders do 4 things. 1, they think like architects. They think like architects, and they actually sit down and say, what am I trying to build? Because yes, build, but it's also scriptures that says count the cost. Does any of you want to build a mansion and will not first sit down and count the cost? So yes, when we wanted to come to Kaduna, it was sponsored by Faith, yes, but we still had a budget. And a budget is, you can only come to a budget by planning. So think like architect. What am I truly trying to build? 2, act like engineers. Act like engineers. So what this means is that what you are building, the question you are asking is, how will this be sustained in reality? How how will this be sustained in reality? That's what it means to act like engineers. Number 3, speak like kings. Even if you're not from a natural bloodline, again, you are a king and priest unto God. You are a royal priesthood, a peculiar people, a holy nation. That is what he made you to be. So speak like the king that you are. And what speaking like kings entails is guard your words. This is something I am still learning myself, but I would say yes, I understand it to a large extent. Guard your words, because wisdom is often silent until it is necessary to talk. That is one of the things that gives weight to your words. It's that you don't just throw them around. They know that if you are speaking, it's because there is something tangible about to comfort. And number 4, move like prophets, move like futurists. And what this essentially means is build with tomorrow in mind, build for the future. I've realized that the people we celebrate today are people who started building for the future from yesterday. And you begin to realize that religion doesn't matter that much, age doesn't matter that much, race does not matter that much if you build something that is relevant today and for the future. Now, moving to my conclusion. Wisdom does not look for or need applause. Its focus is to bet results, is to build outcomes that silence critics. Bishop Oyedepo would say something. He says, it's only fools that doubt proofs. Don't stop talking. Do the work. Except your work is the talk, then do the work. So stop just praying for open doors. Start building keys. Don't chase opportunities. Become a structure that attracts them. I have recently started rejecting invitations to speak, whereas there was a time I was praying for invitations to speak. So don't chase opportunities, become a structure that affects them. There is something I said, that if your efforts at networking, getting to know people is failing, focus on the work of your hands. There's a story of Pastor Samadeyemi and Bishop David Oyedepo of how he went to see him in the office. I think it was even Bishop David Oyedepo that told him to come, and he was like, he went there several days, didn't see him, and he just decided, I'll focus on the work in my hand. And by time a few years down the line, they met in a plane, and Bishop David Oyedepo was like, my son, where have you been? You may look like, oh, this man is a user of men. No, greatness recognizes greatness, and they don't waste time. It's what is not greatness. Okay. So your future will not respond to your hustle, but to your alignment to wisdom. Your future will not respond to your hustle, but to your alignment with wisdom. So it doesn't matter how hard you are working. If it is not in alignment with wisdom, there's no real future in it. Many of us pray for destiny helpers, but there is one thing on earth I've decided. Yes, I will pray it if I want to pray it, if there is the prayer to pray it, the nudging to pray it, no problem. But before looking for destiny helpers, I'll be a destiny helper. Because I am blessed, to be a blessing. And let me even add, it's because I am a blessing that I am blessed. So who God trusts with his resources are those he knows will be a blessing. You can say Elon Musk is not a Christian, but do you know the amount of jobs, employment that man provides? Do you know how many advancements in technology he's responsible for? So I decided that I will not just seek destiny helpers, I will be a destiny helper. And it's in the process of helping other people's destiny that my own destiny helper will find me. I've realized it's easier to help someone that is already moving than someone that has never moved. And that brings me to my last statement, and it is something I would want you to repeat. And it says, I don't move by impulse, I build by wisdom. I don't move by impulse, I build by wisdom. So can we repeat after me? I don't move by impulse, I build by wisdom. Say it like you mean it. One last time. Thank you so much.